And this broadcast brought to you by 106th Street Tire and Wheel, 106th Street Tire and Wheel, located on Northern Boulevard, 10601 in Corona, New York, 11368. Another special edition of Sports Talk with Boog and Lou, featuring today Mr. Steele. What is going on, fellas? How is your day today?
Awesome. It's Friday, baby.
It is Friday.
It's Friday.
Which means what?
I'm getting this weekend started. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough. This also brought to you by Captain Morgan. No, not yet. You got to pay me to start introducing that. You hear me, Captain Morgan?
What you sipping on there, Steele?
Well, during the show, you know what I'm saying, in my official Jets Cup, my niece made this.
Okay.
Simple plug. B. Clark. Find on Facebook. She makes our customized cup. There's a little yak in here. You know what I'm saying? And
can I see the bottle? What kind of yak is that? Can I see the bottle? What kind of
and for the
official right here.
And waiting for the white people in the back, can you explain what yak is?
That's that XO. That's that XO Hennessy right there.
Oh, the Hennessy. The Hennessy.
Right,
okay.
I'm sorry you can't see it. I'm sorry.
What's up, Lonnie?
Lonnie, what's up? Very cool. Very cool. Well, today we have a very fun edition of Sports Talk, our mini series, because we have two discussions that we feel are controversial as New York Knicks and New York Nets fans. So
that's right. And we're gonna need you guys' help too. We're gonna need some participation, guys. So I just want to let you guys know that I'm gonna have some participation here
for sure. Start, bench, cut. Right, but first off, why don't we bring out also, before we start off everything, our quiz master, Chet Master. Chet, what is going on? And look at Chet with the fancy cup, the fancy drink.
What is he drinking?
Oh, what are you drinking there?
Nice little Grey Goose and orange juice.
Okay. All right, fair.
I
respect it. So we all have something a little bit different today, a little variety, as I should say.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, so let's get right to it, boys. Boogie, what is our first topic of discussion?
The bench, sit, and cut. Okay, now we're gonna go into Netland, and we're gonna try to decipher, I guess, who to bench, who to sit. Hold on, I gotta load up that photo for us. Just give me 1 second.
Son of a bitch. Is it people from the past? Is it people from the current team? What are we working with here, Book?
Both, actually.
Okay, fair. All right, good.
And here we go.
All right, so bench, sit, cut. Kyrie Irving, Jason Kidd, Vince Carter. All right, Boog, I would like for you first to discuss who you would bench, who you would sit, and who you... I'm sorry, not bench sit. Is it start, bench, cut?
Yes.
Sorry, it's start, bench, cut.
Yes, sir.
Right. So who would you start? Who would you bench? Who would you cut?
Hold on. Start, bench, cut, right?
Right. Start, bench, cut.
I don't know. How did that end up being like that?
I don't know.
All right. Okay, so now I would start Jason Kidd. Why would I start Jason Kidd? I'd start Jason Kidd because he was the leader of their back-to-back championship appearances, right? And they had 6 straight playoff appearances as well. So the New Jersey Nets, prior to him being there, they were notorious for being the laughingstock of the league. They were the doormats. You know what I'm saying? So Jason Kidd brought his experience to a team and took them places they'd never gone before. So he has to start. He was the brains behind it all, in my opinion. Right?
Okay.
Now,
fair.
Now this is where I'm getting in trouble here, because who to bench and who to cut. Now I'm looking at Vince Carter, right? Vince Carter was the high fly. He was the guy that everybody showed up to watch, right? I think he might have been the leading scorer as well. And he started to develop a jump shot because, you know, prior when he was with the Raptors, he was really just all drive and dunks, look at a full slasher. But then he started developing his jump shot. You know what I'm saying? But then we got Kyrie Irving, right? Who is a champion. He is a champion.
He technically is a champion.
He is a champion.
There's no technically
And
to it. He is a
he
champion.
is a champion. And he arrived over and literally said, Durant, arrive with me too, and started this super team thing. Because if it wasn't for him, there would be no super team on Brooklyn. And then they became the favorites to win a championship, even though injuries stopped them. But they still were a very dominant team, more dominant than this Nets team ever been.
Right.
So, not trying to drag this out, it's really close to me. But I'm gonna say bench Carter and cut Kyrie. I'm gonna say that.
Oh Jesus!
No, I'm gonna say that.
Oh, come on.
Only because Kyrie was going through his shenanigans. You know them shenanigans. I don't want to play. You know, stuff like that. Like that was distasteful to me. So I'm gonna go with that. That's my pick.
Chris doesn't want no part of this conversation, by the way. He's all right. So listen, all right. So first off, we're gonna play a little game here, guys.
Well, he agreed with me.
He actually agrees, right? So we're gonna play a little game here today. Also, every time you don't agree with something somebody says, instead of like being like, "Oh my God," just take a sip of your drink.
Yeah,
it's Friday.
We're gonna have to take a drink when somebody disagrees.
Cheers.
So right now, I'm saving everybody on their Friday because so far, Chris, who doesn't agree with anybody,
agrees. Right. Okay. So to move to Boogie Hollis, what Boogie was saying, I'm also going to agree that you start Jason Kidd here, you bench Vince Carter, and you cut Kyrie. My reason for this is this. Jason Kidd averaged almost 10 assists a game with the Nets. He's obviously a Hall of Famer. He averaged like 14 points a game, but he had one of the best court visions of the game. Okay, Vince Carter now, as a New Jersey Net, averaged 23.6 points a game, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Okay, this was after he was with the Toronto Raptors for 7 years. Okay, after the fact. So he's even past his prime a little bit.
No.
And, he was 28, 29. He wasn't in his early 20s.
That's not past.
He's a little bit old, and he's still doing it. He still was doing it. I thoroughly think you cut Kyrie out. I don't give a shit that Kyrie won a championship. The guy is a fucking head case. Get him off my team. Okay?
Can I get in here, please? Because this is the most ridiculous thing.
I'm right behind you.
Let me hear
First of all, you have to start Kyrie Irving. Are you out of your mind? He has the total package.
And on that, I'm taking a drink.
He has the total package. He plays defense when he wants to. He has a jumper. He has a layup game. His handles is incredible. Jason Kidd was straight one-dimensional. He passed the ball. His shot was terrible.
Mark, what do you think, Mark? Mark, is this guy talking trash or is he for real, man?
You're not a terrible scorer when you're averaging 14 points a game. That's not a terrible score.
Listen, that's only 7 layups. Come on, let's get it together.
I'm gonna jump in here.
Hold on, before you jump in, and Vince Carter is out of here. Out of here. Mr. I shoot bricks. Like he made the Great Wall of China on the backboard on the Nets. He was hard to watch. Are you?
I don't know why he was hard to watch. I mean, look at all those highlight dunks he did.
His dunks was on time,
man. And he was their go-to guy. He was their go-to guy. You can't deny that. His jump shot game was just developing.
Here's where I'm cutting in. Okay, definitely start Jason Kidd, and I cut the other 2.
Why? What's wrong with?
Why? Here's the reason why. Jason Kidd saved the franchise when they acquired him. They were going nowhere. Okay, their top player at that time was Keith Van Horn. You want to talk about soft?
Oh, we're not going. Hold on. Keith jump shot was pure. We're not doing this disrespect.
And he could take it to the basket. He just didn't play.
He was soft.
He just didn't
put it that way.
But he definitely had talent.
He was soft.
Okay. The only way Carter was good was because Kidd made him good.
I agree with that.
He made him good.
I agree with that.
Vince Carter was good with Toronto too, though. With Tracy McGrady, he was good.
He was a crybaby there too in Toronto.
Listen,
yeah, but Tracy McGrady wasn't Tracy McGrady.
He dunked the basketball with
Kid
amazing
saved the
grace.
franchise. You would have no Brooklyn Nets if Kid wasn't there. You would not have they'd be somewhere else.
Yeah, you know what? And not on Kyrie's front, there would be no championship in Cleveland. I know we talk about the Nets without Kyrie Irving. So, out of all three of these guys, only one of these guys have a chip. You guys always focus on championship. That guy has a chip. There's no way in the world you can cut it.
Oh yeah, if you didn't have LeBron, where is he then?
Cut him.
That's what
Cut him. Cut him. Goodbye, Kyrie.
He's a crybaby in Cleveland too. When he's with LeBron.
Crybaby with a ring.
I'll give you that. But Jason Kidd, he wouldn't be on Brooklyn if Kidd wasn't there. Think about that.
There's no championship.
First of all,
without LeBron.
There's no franchise. There's somewhere else.
Didn't Kidd run away from Brooklyn?
What happened was he had to be a free agent because that's couldn't sign him for the money.
Yeah, he was a Dallas Maverick. He went to
He was
where'd he go
traded to the Nets.
Did he get a ring with that?
No, he went to the Phoenix Suns after. He went to the Phoenix Suns,
Right,
then he got traded to the Nets.
Yeah.
Right.
Without him being here, there's no franchise.
Was he on that team with Dirk? For
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Was he?
Was he?
Yes, he was.
No, he was on
No,
there.
he was.
He was, right? So he has
yes.
a ring.
Yes, he has a ring.
2011.
Yeah.
So he has a ring.
He has a ring.
Oh, my bad.
Like I said,
He does have a ring.
without him being there, there's no Nets, period. There's no Brooklyn Nets. There's no Nets, period. They're probably somewhere like South Dakota or something. Who knows?
Wait,
But
so
but let me ask you though, like when you think Vince Carter, what team do you think? Are you thinking Toronto? Or
Toronto
you thinking Nets?
Raptors.
Toronto Raptors all day.
Toronto by 4.
But wasn't he like? Didn't he become a more complete player on the Nets though?
Yeah,
like
because
I said,
who
he was
made him a
developing
complete
his
player?
jump
Who
shot.
made
but
him a
he-
complete player? Jason
but-
Kidd.
He was developing his jump shot because not for nothing, Damon Stoudemire was amazing at the time that he was on Toronto. You forget about Mighty Mouse.
Can I tell you something?
Forget about Mighty Mouse.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. Vince Carter, when Vince Carter go into the Nets, he was a better player. However, no one really cared about the Nets. I'm just keeping it real. He was more of an attraction.
There's no
with
franchise
the
without
Raptors.
Kidd.
I cared about the
I
Nets
used
when
to
Marbury
go
was
to
on the
the games
team.
in the Swamp before Kidd got there. You're lucky you have 4,000 or 5,000 people there a night at the Meadowlands. As soon as Kidd got there, they're selling out.
Yeah, no, I there's no denying that, which is why I think Jason Kidd deserves to have the start here.
Yeah, I just cut
compared
the other
to
two.
right.
Well, according to Steele, Jason Kidd does not deserve to start.
He comes off the bench. No, everybody act like coming off the bench is disrespect.
Yeah, but the thing is, how can you? What accolade do you have for Kyrie to start over Kidd in a net world?
In the net, this is my thing. I think Jason Kidd comes into a game off the bench and instantly brings balance to the game. Instantly. Kyrie coming off the bench, say it was opposite. Kyrie is not that, he has to warm up. I think it's a benefit. If we're just talking about starting and benching, I think it's a benefit
Taking a drink.
to come off the bench.
Kidd is the modern day starter of the triple-double. If you think about that.
Listen, Kyrie Irving thinks the world is flat. I need him to not be a part of my team at all. Okay,
Excuse me.
He's crazy.
Listen, I don't want a
Kyrie
guy that
Irving
doesn't
is
want to
crazy.
playing, so that's why I cut him.
Regardless of talent, the guy takes too much time off during the season. He's privileged. I don't like Kyrie Irving. I think I'm happy he didn't come to the Knicks because then all the Knicks fans would have had
Dolan's fault.
It would have been Dolan's fault that Kyrie isn't playing, and now we get to see what Kyrie actually is.
But you know what? Kyrie
got a
grew up
question.
a Nets fan. That's why he's a Net. He grew up a Nets fan. He watched New Jersey.
He did.
He was embarrassed about being a New Jersey fan. And he said to himself, you know what? I need to arrive to New Jersey. I need to arrive to the Net organization and play for the team that I grew up watching and try to make them good. And he got them to a position where they was a championship team. But he definitely was a problem on the team. And if I was running a Net organization, yes, he does. He is probably the most talented of the three, but he doesn't bring to the table what Jason Kidd brings to the table, which is smarts, leadership, and know-how. Vince Carter was great with that compliment.
I'll just give you the one word for Kyrie if you want it, Boogie. One word.
Give me what?
I'll give you one word for Kyrie. Simple as this: selfish.
Yes.
Okay, we can say all the different things about Kyrie you want to. But if we are actually talking about this
The way
team
these guys are
sport,
going, I might finish the bottle.
and we're talking about a team sport, right? And we're talking about these guys playing at the same time. They're on the same team at the same time. You're telling me you wouldn't want Kyrie to start the game and Jason Kidd to control the game?
I want him to control the game from the tip off of the game.
I don't want. This isn't no Derrick Rose and Emmanuel Quickly situation. This is Jason Kidd and
Time out.
What? Don't
you didn't make it? You didn't make it a Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickly. You made it a Derrick Rose and Alfred Payton. Try to change that narrative, sir.
Hold on, Boog.
Turn his computer off.
Well, what the hell happened there? Oh,
I don't know.
The gods kicked him off
because
they know he was. He's talking.
We have a better show now. Who the bench started cut? We cut Lou. That's what Lou got cut.
It's about time this cutoff switch worked. And shit, I've been pressing it.
You know what?
There you go.
Let's take a shot for Lou actually leaving the show.
Absolutely. Here.
All right. So we're going to say that for the most part, we have a pretty split decision here as far as who should start. But it looks like for the most part, I mean, we're all voting, right? All right, so let's just do a show of hands. Who should be cut from the team? Raise your hand if it should be Kyrie. Raise your hand if Kyrie Irving cut from the team.
Boo, I say. Boo.
All right, so right there is Kyrie gets cut. So if we were the decision makers here, Kyrie is cut, okay? So now let's go to Jason Kidd and Vince Carter. Who should start? If you think between Jason Kidd and Vince Carter, I say Jason Kidd.
I do too.
And you already kicked my person.
Why the heck am I so
right.
in agreement with Lou? Because Lou doesn't even know sports.
Right. Shut.
Maybe I should change it.
Oh, wait, can I do this? There we go. Thank God. All right, now I can get rid of people too. I can get rid of people too.
The show was almost over just now when you did that. Yo, our ratings went down completely. We only had one person watching when you did that.
Okay, so we are going to say that Jason, out of us four, the common denominator is Jason Kidd starts, Vince Carter benched, Kyrie Irving cut. Let's move on to the next topic. Our New York Knicks. Which player do you keep? Boogie Hollis, show the picture.
Let me tell you something. Y'all about to get drunk as fuck right now. I'm telling you right now.
One has to go. Patrick Ewing, Carmelo Anthony, Walt Frazier.
First of all, before anyone says a word, this is a two-man race.
I'm about to say,
anybody
says Clyde,
it's going to be a situation.
If anybody says Clyde,
anybody says Clyde.
That's a man with the only two championships in the organization, and he was the reason for it. And if anybody wants to bench that guy, if anybody wants to cut that guy, then they need to reevaluate their knowledge of basketball.
I guess you disagree with me.
Somebody kick Chris out of this damn thing. I'm too tired of Chris right now.
All right, so let's start off with Chet. Chet, who one has to go? Who do you pick to go?
Carmelo.
And why Carmelo Anthony?
Let's see. Selfish, attitude-wise, did not carry the team well at all. Nah, to me, he's a headache.
Can I ask one quick question?
Sure.
Before we go all the way left, what part of Melo was a headache? What did he do that was a headache?
Was it a headache?
Yeah.
Oh, he put it this way. Some of his teammates didn't like him to start with.
When? Who? Say one person that came out said they didn't like Melo on his team.
Oh, I've heard this. I don't know which teammates he were.
Okay. I'm gonna play
Zero.
devil's advocate. I'm gonna play devil's advocate with Steele here. Okay. Clyde Frazier was the people's champ. So
absolutely,
there's nothing negative you can say about him because every single player on the team loved him. Now, when you want to start having because we didn't even make this vote yet, but because nobody knows what I'm gonna pick. But what I'm trying to say is, when we're talking about and headaches, there's an even keel here because Patrick Ewing demanded the basketball from everybody that was on that team. So with that being said, people had to dumb down their games for Patrick Ewing to
But-
be happy with them.
But can I
He
interject for
kicked
1 second?
Hold on, he kicked out Don Nelson because
Keep talking.
Don Nelson wanted Anthony Mason to be the point forward, and he wanted to change the offense for the Knicks. Patrick Ewing said, "No, I want the ball. I don't want him handling the basketball." So what did he do?
Preach.
He kicked him out.
Preach.
All right.
And
Larry
let's not
Johnson,
forget-
Larry Johnson got traded to the Knicks, right? Now people want to blame Larry Johnson's back for his demise. Wrong again. Larry Johnson was a 20-plus point per game scorer on Charlotte. Once he arrived here, his production went down because, and this was I can't remember where the that documentary was, but they said that Patrick Ewing, everybody had to go to whatever Patrick wanted. So he knew he had to dumb his game down to be around Pat. Because as soon as Pat was hurt, how did miraculously Larry Johnson all of a sudden was able to score 20 points a game when Pat got hurt? You know what I'm saying?
And it was players came out, not this fake media thing that goes around Carmelo. Players came out and said they didn't like Patrick Ewing. I know, and I'm a Patrick Ewing diehard fan.
As am I.
Patrick Ewing to death. But Charles Oakley to this day said he didn't like Patrick Ewing. He said it multiple times. He said multiple people on the team did not like Patrick Ewing.
As devil's advocate, Melo also hogged the basketball because he was the let me jab, step back, jab, step back. We have 24 seconds of the clock. He had the basketball for at least 14 to 15 seconds of the clock.
On Melo's behalf, and I'm a Melo supporter, that wasn't because it was Melo's fault. If you look at Patrick Ewing's teams, Patrick Ewing had other people that could shoot the ball. Look at Melo's team.
Wait. Who could shoot the ball on that team?
Who
could shoot the ball on that team?
Ewing? Yes,
Allen Houston, John Starks.
That's it. There's one guy, and Lou brought it up. One guy.
What?
Allen Houston.
What, the only guy who can shoot?
So you say Tucker couldn't shoot?
You see what Starks did in the playoffs in Game 7?
Are you saying
Tucker
could not
Wasn't
shoot?
the 80s Knicks? Didn't they call themselves the bomb squad because they would shoot all them 3-pointers and then they swept? Who they swept? The Celtics in the first round?
You saying Hubert Davis couldn't shoot?
Oh no, he's not a shooter.
No, the only guy he had that really could shoot on that team consistently was Allen Houston.
Oh yeah, no.
Right.
No. So my turn is turn his camera and mic off immediately.
No, you got
Thank
you got to drink.
Che had to go take a piss, so he'll be
No,
right.
Listen. Are you guys done about Patrick Ewing now? Can I talk about Carmelo Anthony?
Yeah.
You go right ahead.
But we didn't even make a vote yet.
It's
was
true,
just
we
having
didn't.
a debate and discussion because Clive.
Well, it's obviously pretty obvious that it's 2 Ewing and 2 Melo.
I never made a vote. I told you that.
Okay, so all right, so okay,
No.
so
Let me hear what you have to
I
say.
said, it was dropping.
Because
Okay.
everybody else is talking. Let me hear what you have
so
to say.
Carmelo Anthony, okay,
I'm gonna drink though.
Cheers, bud.
Carmelo Anthony is one of the most selfish players
Oh,
while
here
he
we
was
go.
with the New York Knicks, okay? There is a reason that Carmelo Anthony only made it past the first round one time with the New York Knicks. At least Patrick Ewing got us to a championship once, okay? That's the one thing I'm going to say right there. 2, there was nobody while Carmelo Anthony was in the game that would have ever gotten the ball with any time to spare if a shot was needed. You knew that ball was going to Carmelo Anthony, and there's a reason that when you look up clutch shots, Carmelo Anthony doesn't get them that much as a New York Knick. He gets more shown up as an Oklahoma City Thunder when he takes those shots.
Wrong.
Here's the one thing I say about Ewing. What's the only reason why Ewing made it? Why is the only
He
reason?
fails on the clutch shot. How many times do they show the finger roll against Indiana? Him finger rolling it with nobody in front of him for the miss. Huh?
How many
many
times you
times?
turn on?
Hey,
Wait,
Hey, how
hold
many
on.
times has Melo gotten us to a championship?
Hold on. Let's stop right now.
Yeah,
now.
I got my
I'm
point.
Are you
I'm
going to
tell you
compare
this.
that
I'm gonna
team
tell you
to
this.
Melo's team?
No, are you telling me this? You telling me Melo with the teams he had, Lou? Honestly, forget about the Melo
Chris,
bastard.
please don't say twice on Ewing because Ewing was hurt that entire time. Marcus Camby took them to the championship. If you're going to
Marcus
if you're
Camby,
gonna
LeBron
refer to the
Sweetwell.
one when they put the Spurs, please, you need to mute your mic if
The
you're going to say
only
Ewing twice.
reason why Ewing made the championship The year they made it. Oh, who wasn't playing at that point? Oh, that's right. This guy named Jordan. He went to play baseball.
Well, no way. It is what it is. The only reason.
Yeah,
Well, that's why
I mean,
you win major championship because Jordan didn't play.
That's a part of the game. That's a part of the game.
I hear you.
But I'm gonna tell you this again, Lou. You're telling me that Carmelo Anthony had a team worthy of a playoff push. Don't start stuttering now. Stop stuttering now.
Yo, take a drink. Let's take a drink. He's stuttering right now.
He had Amari Stoudemire. He had Kenyon Martin. Kenyon Martin.
Kenyon Martin was out.
He had Jason Kidd one year.
Did you say Kenyon Martin, who was on the 28th year in the league?
Come on, Lou.
Are you serious?
Kenyon
Martin off the scrap heap.
If you're gonna say Melo, at least give him. If this is what you're gonna say, be correct about it. Say, all right, Melo had J.R. Smith, right, as a good bench guy. J.R. Smith really is a good bench guy. All right. He had Chauncey Billups, right? He had Baron Davis, right? He had like all these guys that ended up getting hurt. And they, you know what I'm saying? They was at the end of their careers anyway. So what I'm trying to say is the time that he actually had a real good team is when Jason Kidd, who was the point guard, we had Wallace.
Rasheed Wallace.
You had Marcus Camby, the old Marcus Camby, arrived back. So you had a whole bunch of 40-year-olds on the team to help him get there.
All right, then what about when Carmelo Anthony had Kristaps Porzingis? What about that?
Okay,
Kristaps Porzingis. And then Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose.
He can't pronounce KP's name. Christina, who's that?
What about KP?
I'm arguing with
KP, Melo,
Tyson Chandler up there.
Rose, Noah, Lee.
Melo was.
He had a shot. Okay, the reason why the Knicks weren't making it past the playoffs was because nobody wanted to play with Carmelo Anthony being a number one.
Guess what? Luka Doncic don't want to play with KP either.
Right?
KP trash.
Yo, wait.
He's trash, and you talking about KP's this guy.
Yo, hold on. Let's take Lou's name off the freaking show. This guy's out his mind. Yo, Lou, what is in that? Yo,
Lonnie, just take a drink with us, Lonnie. Take a drink with us.
That has got to be cracking that cup. So, Lou, you're honestly saying that Melo had a team worthy of making the playoff push. Is that what you're really saying right now?
When Carmelo Anthony is listed as their best scorer of the league, yes, he had a shot to make it. He had a shot to do it.
Are you serious?
Nobody wanted to play. I don't give a shit. Listen, Carmelo Anthony underachieved tremendously in this league, with the Knicks. Underachieved.
Yo, if Melo would have had a healthy Stoudemire, I would respect everything you're saying. But Melo played in New York.
Doc, chime in so you can talk to Lou, please. Thank you.
Melo was playing by himself. And you know what? Did he take a lot of shots? Hell yeah. Did he have any other choice? Hell no. And I was a guy that sat there and watched every stinking game.
So did I.
He did not have any choice. You know what? With Patrick Ewing, he had options.
Okay, but
he had options.
To get back to the question, I'm not trying to change
those options.
And that's
you're trying to tell me that a dominant player like Patrick Ewing deserves to go over someone like Carmelo Anthony.
Hell yeah.
Come on.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Go, Boogie, show those stats. Show the stats of the comparison between Carmelo Anthony and Patrick Ewing right now. Show that. This will end the discussion right now.
How?
It's close in a lot of subjects, but the things that are not close are extremely important.
Can you guys see it?
No.
Nothing.
Okay.
Whatever you did before worked. I don't know what you did before, but...
Oh, I didn't do it yet. My fault.
Okay. Show it. Melo was never a true Knick. He has to go. Oh!
Yeah.
He was a Knick for a long time.
Who said that?
All right, you guys can see this?
Richard Perez.
Yeah.
His point means nothing.
All right, so Carmelo Anthony, 23. This is playoffs.
This is playoffs.
Playoffs. 23, 20, 6 and 10. All right, so obviously they got 1-1 there.
Hold on.
Melo passes is more than Ewing?
That's crazy. Yeah, hold on.
He's a center.
Melo had more steals?
Hold on a second, Boog.
What's that?
Didn't this man say when we saw the stats, it'll be no question? Didn't he say
No, I said there was a lot of I said to the important things. Keep going. Keep clicking.
Okay,
Keep clicking.
Keep going. I'm waiting to see.
Keep
Yeah.
clicking.
This is their best season with no game minimum.
Right. Okay, so 28, 8 and 12, 4 and 3. All right, very similar. But the big two things here are rebounds and blocks.
Well, obviously, Melo's not going to be a rebounder and blocker.
Exactly.
Hold on, Boog.
Why would
Just
Melo
like
not be a
you-
rebounder?
Just like you said, Ewing is not a center. He's just not an assist guy. It's the same argument.
Why? There's point guards that have more fucking rebounds a game than Carmelo Anthony now in the game.
You know why? Because there's more
If that's-
jump shots, Lou.
that's
It's
the
foul line
Exactly.
extended. It's foul line extended rebounds. Come on, Lou. Let's get it together. Come
Okay,
on.
field goal
Look at
percentage.
like Steele said. Look at the eras. The Ewing era, Carmelo era. The Ewing era was a lot of inside play.
Yep.
Are we
A
looking
lot
at
of inside play, big time.
percentages?
You had guys like that, like Olajuwon was in the league.
Obviously,
Kevin
Patrick Ewing
McHale,
wasn't a 3-point shooter.
Guys like
Right.
that, like Kareem, guys with inside presence.
The game was played
game has
inside
changed.
out.
Yeah,
The game was played inside out. Back
Exactly.
in the day.
All right, go to the next page.
Carmelo couldn't play in Ewing's era. He couldn't.
Total points, okay.
This is career, I think, right? It's
This career. Yeah.
Yeah.
This career. Which makes sense, right? Obviously, Melo has played a lot longer than
No,
Patrick.
he did
No.
not. No, he did not.
No, he
did.
did not.
Look at the last thing. Total games.
Okay, yeah. Okay, you're right. All right, so he played 8
Uh,
more games than Ewing.
yeah.
Okay, you're right.
He
Total
played
blocks,
slightly-
obviously he's going to have a lot more
slightly.
blocks.
He played 8 more games than him.
I'm waiting.
Hold on.
3,000 more points.
Hold on, Boog.
No, keep going.
And I'll put it this way with the Ewing argument. If one player was there around Ewing's time and he wasn't hurt, you're not even talking about Patrick Ewing in this context.
That's
If
true.
Bernard King didn't get hurt in his prime,
Okay, so we're playing the if game then.
yeah.
Go to the next
One
page.
player was- yes.
If John Starks hit his shots, we would have a championship.
Go to the
We're
next.
gonna play the if game.
Go to the next page.
championship.
Go to the next page. Where is this next thing? This is points per game for total points per game in a season. Okay. Rebounds. All right. So Patrick Ewing is a double guy for the most part, right?
Absolutely.
Double guy.
Look at how those rebounds went up though with the Melo.
Yeah. 6. All right. Go to the next one. Go to the next page.
So his assists and
I'm still waiting for this drastic thing that you was talking about, Lou.
Yeah.
It's on the next page here. So they
NBA
played similar
championship.
seasons. So Melo
None.
still has one more season than him, right? All-Star games. Ewing has one more All-Star game. Playoffs games. No problem. The next one is the big thing for me. Go to the next page.
The next
Right there is the big difference of having someone like Patrick Ewing on the team compared to Carmelo Anthony. All defensive teams. Patrick Ewing played tremendous defense in his position compared to other players. There is a reason why Carmelo Anthony has 0. There's a reason why Patrick Ewing has 3. Patrick Ewing stays. Carmelo Anthony, get the fuck off my team.
Hold on. Let me,
There.
Boog, I'm just going to say this one time. We're talking about Patrick Ewing having all defensive 3 times, right?
Okay.
Back in the era where everybody drove to the
Fuck the
basket.
era. Fuck the era. He still played defense. That's like saying Jordan was playing in a defensive time and he still averaged 30 for his career. I don't want to hear that. Fuck the era. There was 31 other people Patrick Ewing played up against,
I'm taking
and
a
he
drink
beat
for Lou
31
yelling.
other people.
Yeah,
Look,
I'll tell you about
I'm drinking because Lou was out of his mind.
Lou just said Ewing is better than Melo just off the strength that he has 3 all defensive teams.
That he's a better defender.
Yo, we went through 5 to 6 pages of information, and this one stat made Lou fall off the planet. Lord, Lou, was you in that rocket that went to space?
Listen,
Yeah.
you got to have that money for that. Listen,
You had to.
last time I checked, when you play basketball, you play offense and you play defense. And we can all agree that Carmelo Anthony does not play defense.
Listen, I agree 100% that Carmelo did not play defense when he was with the Knicks. Listen, he had spurts, but that was not what his job was supposed to be. His job was to put the ball in the basket.
Okay,
Plain
so
and simple.
I'm gonna say my vote. My vote is Walt Frazier is going to start. Right,
Absolutely.
so we got to leave him there.
Right, that's
so now
obvious.
one.
Yeah.
So if one has to go, and we've made a valid argument here that Ewing and Melo's numbers are similar. That it's not that easy, just as everybody say, because everybody decided they want to hate Carmelo Anthony just because that was the cool thing to do, hate Melo, right? But Melo is gonna be the one that has to go.
Hold on,
in
did
my
this man
opinion.
just burp into the mic?
Yeah, probably.
No, that was me.
Jeez.
That was me
I'm
spitting
gonna
on.
say Melo
That
has
was
to
me
go.
spitting on Carmelo Anthony.
Only-
Thank you, Boogie.
The only
You're
reason
right.
why I'm gonna say Melo has to go is because Ewing is a Knick. You understand what I'm saying? Because Ewing is a Knick. Melo is not a Knick because he played 8 years in Denver. He played 7 years with New York. Then he played 1 year in OKC and half a year in Houston and a year in Portland. right?
2 years with Portland
2 years
now.
in Portland.
2 years.
So
yeah.
what I'm trying to say is he's not a Knick. Like if he went to the Hall of Fame, he might go to the Hall of Fame as a Knick, maybe, possibly.
Hold
But
on.
Patrick
Hold up.
Ewing, if you say Patrick Ewing, he's a Knick. You're not going to think he's a Seattle Supersonic. You're not going to think he's a
Orlando
Orlando
Magic.
Magic. You'll say that's not what you're going to think. You're going to say Ewing's a Knick.
The
So
one thing
if I
I'll
have
give
to-
Carmelo
so if I have to
Anthony.
kick somebody out, it's going to be Melo just off that strength.
The one thing I'll give Carmelo Anthony that he should have gotten, he should have won Rookie of the Year from LeBron James.
Oh,
that
Doc
year.
is right too.
Lou,
Doc is right too. He
somebody
said, "Who
turn
plays
Lou's
defense
mic up.
nowadays?"
Turn
Right.
Lou's
That's
mic
what
up
Doc
on
said.
that one. 'Cause
Wow,
they
you actually agree with me on that?
They robbed Melo that year.
They
His
robbed.
stat-
I a million% agree. They robbed Melo that
Everything was
year.
better. His whole stat line was better than LeBron James.
But it's the
that year.
hype. It was the hype, right?
Yes.
The hype of LeBron James. LeBron still had good rookie numbers. So, like, you know what? We just got to give it to him.
Yeah,
Chris,
they-
he
they-
wasn't
they
hard to
crowned him.
watch. Chris said he was hard to watch as a Knick. The Knicks were hard to watch.
Well,
It wasn't Melo that was hard to
They
watch.
still are.
The Knicks were hard to watch. Hey, watch your mouth. The Knicks are not
They
hard to
still
watch
are.
now. No, they are
No,
not.
they're not.
They are an amazing team. You know what?
Where's
You know
Chet? Where's Chet's thing?
Chet-
Guy, we mean the Knicks are hard to watch.
Chet's out of here.
They finished 41 and
Get out of
31.
here.
Chet,
Chet's out of here.
they finished 41 and 31, man.
Chet's out of here.
Listen,
Fourth seed and made it to the playoffs, and we're hard to watch. All right.
the Knicks were the most exciting thing to watch in the last 15 years. If you 20 years, if you ask me.
As a matter of fact, they was
Stop sweating.
selling Brooklyn Nets tickets outside of Barclays trying to fill the arena while the Knicks was selling out. Like when the Nets was still in the playoffs, no one really cared. When the Knicks left, everybody was like, "Oh my god!" You know what I'm saying? So you can't say the Knicks didn't have a good season. It was definitely a good season.
I can't
They
believe you said
overachieved
Melo
like
was hard to-
crazy.
I can't believe you said Melo was hard to watch when the whole team was hard to watch. He literally was the only bright star that we had, bro.
You know
Well,
what?
he was-
No, they want to talk about Lou. Boog. They want to talk about the 30 seconds of Linsanity. They love that. It was
Yeah.
30 seconds, and they love every minute. Oh my god!
I love that too. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
Listen,
I was very hyped. I actually
hold on.
still watch it, by the way.
Hold on, that was a very exciting time,
Yeah.
and I loved every minute of it because I'm a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
But it was 30.
Steve Novak, the double check. Remember that guy, Steve Novak?
Yeah. He went to the Raptors, and guess what happened?
Nothing.
Discount, no check.
Yo,
Listen,
but
Jared-
who was passing him the ball when he was knocking them threes down?
It was insanity.
listen. If you
Melo.
take
Melo.
Patrick Ewing
Melo
and Carmelo Anthony and you put them together, Jeremy Lin still has one more NBA championship than both of them.
That is circumstantial right there.
That's all I'm
He didn't
saying.
even play.
That's
He
all
didn't
I'm
even play.
saying, though. Let me tell you. That's all I'm
Turn
saying.
my camera off, please. Turn my camera
And you
off.
know what,
I'm
though?
out of here.
Chris is 100% right about that with Carmelo Anthony.
He's out of here.
Chris is 100. The team was a reflection of its best player, and that was Carmelo Anthony, and that's
Yo.
why the team didn't succeed.
Yo,
Chris
can
is
I hear-
100% right.
Chris
Can
is
I-
an idiot.
Can I hear Chet and Lou's vote, because obviously we know who still wants out. So
Right. So Steele wants Hewing out. I say Melo.
Y'all two want Melo.
Boogie
Chet-
says Melo. Chet, what do you say?
Well, I definitely start Walt, no doubt about that.
Right.
No doubt.
Well, this is
And
not
I
a
was
start.
thinking,
This is
to
one
be
has
honest
to
with you, if you really want me to be honest, give it to the other two.
No, you can't keep doing that, Chet. You
All
have
right,
to
I'll
only
make
pick
it. I'll make
one.
it easy. I'll make it easy. Get rid of Carmelo. Keep
There we go.
Ewing.
Thank you. Right. You get rid of Melo. It's
Well,
hard to get
one of
rid
the
of
best
Patrick
players.
Ewing, man.
Probably the best pick of all time.
All right, Chris. This is
No, time out. Chris needs to get on the show, bro. Yo, Chris,
Insanity was
Chris,
the best
Chris,
part
Chris,
of the
Chris,
Melo
Chris,
era.
Chris, please.
Like I said, I thought
Go
their
in the
best
show,
player.
Chris, because I need to yell at you, Chris. Linsanity was not the most exciting part of the Melo era. Melo's that year they went to the playoffs.
Yo, I need to get
that was an
I need to get more
amazing
soda,
year, bro.
I
The
can't.
Linsanity thing was fun, and
I can't
I
do
loved it. But that was the best part of the Melo era. He was there 7 years, and you want to tell me what 10 games was the best of the Melo era? Come on.
Yo, 10 games, and then when it came to playoff time, his punk behind was sitting on the bench.
Chris,
That was the best.
join the stream, Chris.
Yo, no, Chris gets no light. Chris has been cut off.
This
No.
is
Matter of
crazy
fact,
right
Chris is on probation right now. He can't.
Think
Turn his
about the
comments off.
sweaty lineups they had.
Thank
though.
you, Gary. Listen,
Carmelo.
7 games. 7 games. And we're talking about that was the best part of Melo's.
Now again,
come on,
like
Nick
we
career.
all will agree, that was the most amazing 7-game stretch I think
I loved it.
Oh, I
I've ever
agree.
seen. Like it was
I agree.
amazing. When he
I
pulled
agree.
up for that
I
three
still
in Toronto,
follow him on Twitter and stuff just to see what he's doing.
when he pulled up for that 3 in Toronto, I thought that was amazing. The guts that kid had. Let me tell you something. If Lynn would have stayed in New York, it would have been a totally different outlook. That's what I'm going to say.
Absolutely.
That fucking guy was living on his brother's couch a few weeks prior to
I mean, he
Linsanity.
destroyed Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, he did.
He destroyed
Listen,
him.
listen, anybody that played basketball knows that when somebody got a certain amount of skill and they come out of nowhere and you don't know what they're going to do, they got the advantage. And nobody knew who this kid was. And he took a total advantage of that.
This
When
is
he went
exactly
to-
why the Yankees have been winning against the Red Sox the last couple of games, because the
Say-
Yankees have these AA players that they don't fucking know who it is and they don't know how to pitch to them. That's the only reason why the Yankees have been winning. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
I digress.
Right.
But you still got guys you can't catch though. So
Yeah.
No, probably we got guys that can't pitch, but that's for another show.
Right. That's for another show.
yeah, but they got to catch the ball too.
So really, at the end of the day, we're keeping Ewing right on the bench, right?
Right. Well,
Right.
it's only
This is
one
not a
has
bench
to.
thing.
It's only
This
one
is
has
one
to go.
Oh, this
But
is what
yes.
has to go.
But so
Well-
if we're erasing one from history,
It'll be Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony, correct?
But I'm on the Boogie train when it comes to that. I think that the reason why we're saying that about Carmelo Anthony is because he's a Nick, but he's not a true Nick. If he was the start to finish Nick, like Pat was, Frazier wasn't even a start to finish Nick. So
Yeah, Frazier went to for
He started
2 years. He went to
Southern
Cleveland.
Illinois.
Right.
So-
He went to what's it,
Cleveland.
It was
Yeah,
Cleveland.
Cleveland. Yeah.
Cleveland.
Yep.
Yeah.
so
He was
But
traded
he
to Lonnie
retired there.
Shelton deal.
He
He
retired
was
there.
traded to the Lonnie Shelton deal, and they brought Lonnie Shelton to New York.
Yep.
but he did bring 2 chips here.
But
Ewing,
you don't
Ewing-
view him as a Cleveland Cavalier. You view him as a Knick.
As a Nick,
all
of
day,
course.
all day. If there was a Mr. Nick, it would be Frazier.
Oh,
Right.
no doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's put more time as a Knick announcer than he did as a player. So the guy's a Knick.
Clyde's got some
Yeah.
nice suits though.
And he
And
stays giving back.
amazing sayings too.
And he
Right.
stays giving back to the city. So
He does.
I don't. He shouldn't have been. We should pick somebody else.
Yeah.
It was to make it more of a competition.
Right.
But I got a question for you. If we took
Wow.
Melo out, right? We took Melo out of this equation.
Hold on
Right.
1 second before you continue. Gary, if you was here for the whole show, you would know what we're talking about. If it was career or as a Knick, okay? We did the stat comparison, okay? So when this show is over, which it will be soon, I want you to go back
You
and
can go back and rewatch it.
Okay, we're not going to re-explain the entire show to you, Gary. Thank you.
All right. So
Yes, Bill.
let's take Melo out and insert Bernard King.
Bernard King.
As what?
One has to go.
If there's no Melo and it's Bernard King, Patrick Ewing, Walt Frazier,
Yes.
Bernard King.
No, absolutely not.
Bernard King.
No, Ewing would go.
What's the question?
If we took Melo out and inserted Bernard King, one has
Bernard
to go.
King. Bernard King will still have to go because Bernard King didn't play long enough.
Oh, God, he was the most unstoppable guy in the league before he got hurt.
But he didn't
Good
play long
stop.
enough.
Bernard King was only with the Knicks for 4 seasons, but he averaged 26 points a game when he
But
did.
how many of those
Stop him.
seasons did he play?
You couldn't stop him, period.
But how many seasons did he play, bro? I mean, Brandon Roy was unstoppable too, but he played like 3 seasons, bro. So you can't put him in the
Nah,
same
but you couldn't
conversation
stop
as
Bernard
somebody who
King at
played.
all.
He played 20 years. Ewan played 20 years. Clyde played what, a double-digit amount of years. This dude Bernard King was hurt the
King
majority
had
of the
4
years.
years. He played 4 years with the Knicks.
Yeah, but
4
how
years
many?
with the Knicks.
But how many did he play though? That's
He
what I'm
was
saying.
13 seasons, and he only played full of them.
No, when he was with the
8.
Knicks, he missed a season and a half with the Knicks.
When he was
Yeah.
a Knick, yes, correct. That is correct. Yes.
But that man
Yeah.
was a walking bucket.
He
I'm just
was,
wondering.
but when you compare Ewing and Clyde, you gotta take him out. Like who? Like anybody in the comments, who would you add as the third person instead of Melo to be a comparison to even say, you know what? Because we already compared Melo and Ewing stats to being almost equal.
Yes.
So if you're gonna bring up somebody, it has to be somebody that's better than Melo.
There's nobody else better than Melo in the Knicks history.
Maybe Willis Reed.
Yeah,
Willis Reed, yes.
Now-
Oh, yeah, you're right.
See,
Yeah.
now if you put Willis Reed there, then Ewing would have to go just off the strength that Willis Reed got the 2 chips.
You know, Earl Monroe. You know,
But that's all the same team.
No, but you know what I think? I think
You know what? Honestly, that actually brings Clyde Frazier's validity a little lower because he had Willis Reed, Bill Bradley.
Yankees up 1-0.
What? Come on, we're talking about.
I'm just throwing what you guys throw it out there all the time. When
He
Boogie
had a
mentions-
I ain't gonna lie. Clyde Frazier had a super team. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, but Clyde carried when Reed got
he
hurt.
definitely
Clyde
was the
carried
man.
to that championship.
He definitely
Yeah, hold
was
on,
the
hold on,
man.
Carried
guys.
him.
Hold on, guys. Did Doc say Mark Jackson? Somebody delete Mark. Somebody delete Mark.
Hey, Doc,
Somebody
don't
delete-
join.
I remember
Don't
that Phil
join.
Jackson.
Don't join the stream. Mark
Yo.
Jackson is not better than Melo, so we
Yo,
have to
I
be
can't-
somebody that's better than Melo. That's what I mean. Somebody
Doc,
better
Leave
than
it on
Melo.
King. I
Yo,
would.
Doc, you are
Chris-
wide open.
Chris-
Lonnie's just trying to get me drunk.
Chris thinks that Bernard King would stay. So who do you think would go? Obviously, he's thinking Ewing would go. Oh,
Here we go.
He would take Ewing over Bernard King, I guess.
Listen, I just threw it out there because
Yeah, Doc, I asked for a real name though, like Mark Jackson.
Yo, he's wilding right now. I
Okay.
got to take another drink on the Mark Jackson.
No, you know what I think would
Mark
be.
Jackson. No,
You
Luke,
know
take
what
a
I
drink.
think would be a
Luke.
good.
Take a drink, Luke. 'cause
I
you
have
said
to take a
Mark
drink on Mark Jackson. No, you want to know what I think would be a good one has to go? I would say Julius Randle, Allen Houston, Latrell Sprewell.
Sprewell.
Julius Randle.
Sprewell.
Julius Randle. Without question.
Because Julius Randle see that's the problem. Julius Randle had one good season with the Knicks, so that's hard to do that because you have 2 guys that took us to the championship. Those are 2. Sprewell and Houston took us to the championship with no
First of all,
Ewing.
hold on. First of all, you can't get rid of a guy that was willing to choke out a coach, man. You got to keep him.
Yeah.
Come on, what are we talking about? He choked out a coach. You can't
Chris,
get rid of that
what
guy.
is your
PJ?
Chris? What is your question? Tell us what your question is, Chris. Go ahead.
But I
By the
thought
way,
he
this
was
is a
on those
good-
3.
By the way, in the meantime, this is a good way to say
This was
we
supposed to
are
be a
going
half an
to
hour
a.
show, but
We're supposed to be, we are going to a Yankee game August 8th. If anybody would like to go, we are doing an outing, limited edition T-shirt. Plus, we are going as a group. So if you would like to go, please let us know. And this broadcast brought to you by 106th Street Tire and Wheel. 106th Street Tire and Wheel. Get your automotive stuff done today in Corona, New York. Chris, what is your question? Frazier, Monroe, or
Reed.
Reed?
So 3 guys on the same team, right?
Right.
Okay, you got Frazier, who's the point guard, Monroe, who was the shooting guard, and Reed, who's the center. Now, obviously, Reed was the captain. They called him the captain.
You can't get rid of Reed. You can't get rid of Reed.
Frazier was a bucket and an assist guy and a steals guy. So that means Monroe was just a bucket.
Monroe's gone.
So Monroe got to go.
Yeah,
Monroe's out of here. That was kind of easy.
He was a bucket. Monroe was a bucket. They
He's a
traded him
bucket.
because he was a monster before he got to the Knicks. So when he
Yeah,
got
they
to
played
the
with the
Knicks,
Bullets.
when he got to the Knicks, they didn't think that was gonna mesh. But when he did, because Frazier make anybody work, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a genius. So Monroe definitely got to go. My opinion. And that.
You know what, guys? This was pretty good. I kind of enjoyed this. It was very interesting. Even though y'all hated on my Melo, I just want y'all to know I'm very upset right now. I feel a tear.
I mean, but
I would feel a tear being a Jets fan anyway.
But see, me and you gave a valid
You got some
argument.
Sanchez on?
We gave a valid argument.
That's
about
what we're doing right
Melo.
now, Luke. Is that what we're doing right now?
All I'm going to say about the Jets, and I won't bring anything up, is I can't wait until you guys get destroyed by Carolina the first week. That's all I can.
I got to go for the Jets, Boogie. You're like this one.
Right now on True to New York Sports, $25 Jets win that game.
So, am I giving you points, or is this straight up?
Straight up, $25.
Oh my God! Do you want to buy out right now? I'll give you $22.50. Carolina's going to destroy this team. They're amazing. They're fucking amazing.
Do the Jets play the Giants?
That's all I want to know.
Do the Jets play the Giants?
Not this year. No.
Not this year.
Even in preseason with nobody playing, I'll bet the Giants.
The Jets.
Nobody invited you in this conversation.
Against Carolina? Are you kidding me? Carolina's gonna run all over this fucking Jets team. Oh my
who's
God.
Carolina? Who's Carolina's quarterback?
Sam Darnold.
They're gonna win.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Game
Y'all can talk
over.
all you want.
Yo, I can't wait. Oh man.
Say all you want.
I'm glad I'm playing DraftKings for free that week of week 1 because I'm getting $25 from fucking Steele.
Yo, just because you're rooting for them, they're gonna lose. You are like the bad.
No, I am bad with that. I know.
By the way, week 1, Giants are favored by 1.5 over the Jets in preseason.
Wait a minute. Chris said to cut all our mics off. I think the show's over, guys.
Week 1, Carolina 4.5-point favorite over the Jets.
Yeah, easily. No, that's right. It's easy. Don't tell him anything else. It's the easiest $25 I ever made in my life.
I don't care about no spread. Vegas don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing.
Vegas don't know nothing.
Vegas had the Yankees going to the.
We got a guy that's talking about the Jets right now, and I just don't understand what's happening.
All right, guys, we're going to conclude this show for tonight. We are going to continue on Tuesday.
I'm going to take a drink for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're going to all take a drink. For you saying free Mark Sanchez, we're all taking a drink.
Guys, I'm almost finished this bottle.
But anyways, we will say Tuesday, drink your yak. Tuesday, we have another edition of Sports Talk. Yak is Hennessy, I've learned.
No, yak is cognac.
Cognac. Oh, shit, man.
I know that, Boogie. Come on.
But not Lou.
Boog, you can now officially invite Lou to the barbecue. He know what yak is.
What? I know how to play spades. You guys want to play some spades?
No, you can't play spades.
That was.
I haven't played that in years.
That was racist.
God.
Why is that racist?
Hey, Lou.
I didn't say let's go eat watermelon or anything.
All right, now we're out of here.
Hold on. Lou, tell Lou, listen, as long as you don't bring the potato salad, bro, you can come, man.
I'm gonna bring a nice salad with collard with no, I'll try to fit in
collard greens. I'm out of here.
Collard greens.
Listen.
If you say hot sauce, I'm out of here.
Oh my God, listen, I can bring fried chicken. All right. We will see you guys on Tuesday. Let's stop it there.
We can keep him there, but we're just gonna mute his mic. That's what we're gonna do right now.
Yo,
look,
good
nobody
seeing you guys, man. I got a bowl now to get to.
All right, peoples, we love you. Thank you for sharing your time with us. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed yourself. We enjoyed ourselves. I'm going to continue enjoying my Friday. And I see you guys
Tuesday. Chet plays against somebody else on Tuesday.
Please, somebody step up to the plate and defeat.
Please, someone beat Chet.
Because we got to hear about this thing all week. Yeah, I'm the best. I told you, Boogie. I'm the best. I'm a genius. Somebody,
hold on.
Please.
I'm giving him the title now. He's the GOAT. He's a guru. He's a sports trivia GOAT. There's no more Chet. Just call him.
We don't need any more of his ego being stroked. So I had to mute Steele's mic just now. So
it's fun. It's funny that Steele doesn't go up against Chet because he knows better.
Yo, let me tell you something. My sports trivia knowledge is basura, bro. It is garbage. No, I'll be stuttering and all kinds of stuff.
Right.
I'll be on the Google search like this.
Now, would you look like Frankie or would you look like Warren?
Worse.
I don't know. They both look kind of like this the whole time.
Warren actually, said Boogie. He said it one time.
He did say it
He
was.
didn't get the answer right. he said Phil Simms, but he didn't get the answer right. But
Right.
But Chet didn't get the answer right either. So
Yeah.
that's all right.
No, that's fucking awesome. All right, guys. You guys have a good rest of your day. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in to True to New York Sports. Once again, another edition of our little mini-series until we start the season up with football. And we will see you guys on Tuesday. You guys have a good rest of your day.
Jets.
Giants.
Yo, I gotta go to the bowl now. My daughter's probably cursing me out right now.
You know what? Before we're still live, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, we are?
I just wanted to finish this bottle before we end it.
Cheers.
I finished mine, so.
Listen, I gotta go. I can't do that, guys. Not this.
Cheers. Drive safe.
Thank you. See y'all
See you
later.
guys
All
later.
right, now I'm gonna go drive to my couch now.
Yep.
I'm about to watch the NHL draft, so.
All right.
Good
Okay.
show, guys.
Sounds good. Good
See you
show.
later.